Fermenting oats is a simple step to make your oats much easier to digest and more supportive for your body. I'm Capri Lily. Welcome back to Fermentation Fridays, where I share simple ways to make your food more nourishing and easier to digest. If you've ever felt bloated or overly full or just not that great after eating oats, even though they're considered healthy, you're not alone. And a big part of that comes down to how they're prepared. Oats are naturally high in phytic acid. It's a compound that binds to minerals like iron, zinc, magnesium, and it makes it harder for your body to absorb these nutrients. And it's not just phytic acid. Oats are higher in resistant starches that can be harder for your body to process, which leads to bloating and gas, especially if they're not prepared properly. But instead of avoiding oats altogether, I like to prepare them differently. I ferment them. So today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to ferment oats at home so you can choose whichever method works best for you. No matter which method you choose, the process is simple. You're combining oats with a starter that contains live probiotics and letting it sit at room temperature to ferment. So let's jump right in and I'll show you the easiest ways to ferment your oats. First, I want to walk you through the different starter options you can use to ferment your oats. Kefir and Greek yogurt are one of the most accessible options you can easily find in the grocery stores. You can also use vegan yogurt, just make sure it has live active cultures if you're going dairy-free. Apple cider vinegar is another option. You want to use one with the mother. And lastly, you can use a probiotic capsule. Each option works, it just depends on what you prefer. Now for the oats, you'll want to use rolled oats, not instant oats. Rolled oats hold their texture better and ferment more evenly, while instant oats tend to break down, becoming mushy and can get overly soft. I'm starting with 1 cup of oats in each container and 1 cup of water. And from here, we build out each method. For the first method, I'm using kefir to kickstart the fermentation process, but you can also use Greek yogurt. All you need to do is mix a tablespoon or 2 into the oats. What's happening here is that you're introducing beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus. These bacteria help break down components in the oats, including phytic acid, and begin to partially break down some of the starches. For the vegan option, I'm using coconut yogurt that contains prebiotic and postbiotic strains, which can help support gut health. Vegan yogurt is my personal favorite, but using kefir or goat yogurt or any yogurt also helps to make the oats creamy. Now for the third option, I'm using apple cider vinegar. You want to use one that contains the mother since that's where a lot of the beneficial compounds come from. The apple cider vinegar helps lower the pH and it creates an environment that supports fermentation. It's an easily accessible option, especially if you don't have yogurt or kefir on hand, and it still gives you many of the same benefits when it comes to digestion and nutrient absorption. And the last option here is using a probiotic capsule. Just open it up and add it to your oats. This allows you to add specific strains of beneficial bacteria, making fermentation a little bit more controlled since you know exactly what you're adding compared to something like yogurt or kefir. After mixing in your starter, all you need to do is cover the oats with a cheesecloth or a clean kitchen towel and let it sit at room temperature to ferment. You don't want to seal it tightly, just cover it enough to protect it while still allowing a little airflow. This helps create the right environment for the fermentation process. From here, you'll let the oats sit for about 12 to 24 hours. Now, I also want to show you a way to ferment your oats without focusing too much on exact measurements. Add about 1 cup of oats to a mason jar, cover it roughly with 2 cups of water, and stir in about 2 tablespoons of kefir. Then I use a silicone fermentation lid. This allows the gas to escape while keeping the oats protected so you don't have to think about it too much. Not measuring the water precisely or using a 1-to-1 ratio is great if you plan to cook your oats after they ferment. And now all the oats are ready. You can ferment your oats overnight or up to 5 days. I like mine to just ferment overnight. So these have been fermenting for about 12 hours. Between 12 to 24 hours is that sweet spot where they become easier to digest and develop a little tang, not too much of the fermentation flavors, and it's a lot easier to handle if you don't really love the sour tang from fermentation. If you do want to ferment your oats longer than 24 hours, I'd recommend giving your oats a good stir each day. So I want to walk you through how each of these looks so you can really see the difference between the methods. The fermented oats made with goat kefir are definitely the creamiest and thickest. Kefir not only ferments the oats, but also adds a natural richness, giving them almost a velvety texture. The vegan yogurt oats are very similar, just slightly less thick, but still creamy and well structured. The probiotic capsule oats look a bit more watery to me, but the oats themselves are still hydrated, expanded, and slightly softened while still holding their shape. For the apple cider vinegar oats, you'll notice the most bubble activity, which comes from the more acidic environment created by the apple cider vinegar. That acidity helps activate enzymes and creates an environment where fermentation can happen more actively, leading to gas production. For the oats with more liquid added, You may notice the layers have separated in the jar, and that's completely normal. It's just the liquids and solids settling as the oats ferment. So just give it a good stir before using. And I would say these oats are hardly creamy at all, but still softened and ready to use. Now, when it comes to eating your oats, the options are endless. You can eat them straight away without warming them and add toppings. Blueberries are one of my favorites because they're rich in antioxidants. The chia seeds add fiber, and almond butter brings in healthy fats and protein. I also love raspberries because they're low in sugar and have a high amount of fiber and antioxidants. You can truly add whatever toppings you like, but I want to quickly show you how to switch things up with a savory version. One question I get a lot is, do you still get the probiotic benefits if you heat the oats? The answer is no. Heat can reduce those live cultures, but you still get the other benefits of fermenting, like improved nutrient absorption, easier digestion, and reduce phytic acid, which helps your body better access minerals. So these fermented oats still provide a lot of benefits. Now, one of my favorite ways to enjoy oatmeal lately is to have a savory version. It's an easy way for me to stack more fiber and protein into my breakfast. I found eating a protein and fiber dense meal at the start of my day really helped regulate my hormones, and this meal also keeps me full for a good 3 to 4 hours. Add a few spices to the oatmeal, some cumin, turmeric, pepper, salt, and cook the oats down until the liquid is absorbed. Then add a savory option like salmon, boiled eggs, and a mix of veggies, and sprinkle on black sesame seeds, hemp seeds, or whatever seeds I have on hand. It may seem strange, but I'd recommend giving it a try. It's a delicious and unique way to enjoy oats and filled with so many good nutrients. I hope this video gave you a new way to enjoy oats and something you can start incorporating into your daily routine. If you're someone who loves oats, you should definitely give this a try. If you try the recipe, let me know what you think in the comments below. I love to know which method is your favorite and how you prepare your oats. And if you enjoy simple ways to make your food more nourishing and supportive, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. I'm telling you, Savory is a game changer. High protein, high fiber, and everything here is delicious. Before you go, I just wanted to share a little bonus impromptu oat cake I made. I love making baked oats because they're perfect as a snack or having a slice with tea. So I took my leftover fermented oats and tossed them in a blender with a few ingredients. You just blend everything until it becomes a smooth batter, then pour it into a baking dish and add whatever toppings you like. I added frozen raspberries and edible flowers, and it turned out delish. The options are truly endless with oats, and I'd love to know how you use your oats.